Dwarf hammer, you say? A dwarf hammer miniature? Oh my god, this is delightful! Hello and welcome back to Hobby Night. I am Angela, and today I want to play something a little bit different on the channel, something that's a little bit more in line with what we do on Fridays, because we found a game called Model Builder, and it's all about building models. Now, I've not really looked into this that much, other than I've taken like a very brief peek at the menu. So let's go ahead and get started, because I am super hyped for this. I think it's going to be really cute. I'm digging the music that we've got, and I want to see what this is all about. I think this just came out actually too. So it came out, I think, on February 8th, so it's really new. We're gonna go ahead and start with a career as a fresh start. Let's do this. Ooh. Oh, cool. I did see actually Titan Forge's logo and a couple other places, but let's read this first. By the time you read these words, I'll be gone. You were the only one who always felt the same creative magic that I felt, and that's why I leave you my workshop. It has space for plenty of tools and displayed models, but I didn't want to give you a grandfather's museum to take care of. This place needs to live. Please make it so. This is my last request. I am literally kind of tearing up, so I love games that do this, where they've got like a grandparent is inheriting you something. I love Stardew Valley. The fact that this is also like about hobby building and like model building, I'm so tickled. Let's click. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is brilliant. Oh my gosh, look. Okay, so yes, I started to mention this a little bit at first. I saw a couple of different people advertise as having worked on this, or like, I think funding it, and HobbyZone is one of them. Look, it's literally I have some of these literal benches, or like little storage units. I have one of those. I need to get one of those, actually. That's a good one. That is so cool. We've got our little laptop. I just want to look around before we jump straight into actually doing stuff. Ooh, trophies. I wonder if that means you get to participate in like painting competitions, maybe, because I do think this is not just model building. I do think you're painting, obviously, because look at all those paints. And oh, actually, speaking of the paints, that's AK's logo, right? So they make a bunch of different modeling supplies. I've actually never used any of their products. I don't think I have, at least, but I am familiar with them. Ooh, we got a display cabinet. We've got a nice window outside where we can see some lovely butterflies flapping around. That's pretty. We've got a messy storage unit. I love these style of prints. Oh my god, this is so cool. This is also like, gosh darn, my ideal hobby space. I love brick. I love dark woods. I love everything about this. Let's get into this game and actually go ahead and take care of my first model. All right, we're going to be working on a Supermarine Spitfire. The iconic Spitfire fighter was one of the backbones of the Royal Air Force during the World War II era. It's designed for speed with elliptical wings and a powerful Rolls-Royce Merlin engine. The legend of the Supermarine Spitfire Mark I was born during the Battle of Britain, and until the end of the war, the aircraft played a major role in every aerial conflict. This version contains simplified parts for easy assembly. This is so cool. So I think I've illustrated this plane before. When I was in college, I had to do a project in one of my sequential classes where we had to do like a 2 or 3 page strip. And we had gone, I have a tutorial. I should pay attention to it. Flip to the next page. All right, you got it. Click this window to minimize the manual to the window at the bottom right. Alrighty. Oh, I didn't get to read that, but I guess I moved the cursor over it. And if I select this, oh, it shows it in there, which I need to clip the things off the sprue. So let's go ahead and pull this out. Craft knife. All right, let's go ahead and cut some pieces out. Ooh. Snip. Snip. Oh, that is actually really satisfying. And they make it way easier than it actually is in real life. Okay, so one of the reasons I was interested in playing this, first, actually, before I tangent too far, back to my plane story. So the reason I think I've drawn one of these is because I went to an aerospace museum, and the project that we had to do on top of that was something tied to what was in the museum, and there was a bunch of World War II planes in the exhibit. So I did a World War II story, and I had it take place on a bomber. And I don't know if, or not a bomber, was it a bomber? I can't remember now, but this plane feels very familiar. What is my next thing that I need to do? I need to click and move a part to the working area, but I haven't finished clipping my parts. I'm gonna finish clipping my parts out first. The other reason, now that I finished my plane story, is that I wanted to try this game because I'm kind of curious how much it actually simulates the hobby process. Because if it does it as well as I think it is going to, which this immediately is already feeling really just like tactile, honestly, like there's a really nice little zip. And it feels like the little clip when you're like cutting off the sprues yourself, although this game does make it a way, way easier than it is in real life. Way, way cleaner. You don't have to do much like mold line removal or anything like that. But like, if this is a good way to introduce people into the hobby on like a low, you don't have to spend money on actual models yet, I'm fascinated by that because I want to know, like, I just think that'd be really cool. But let's finish building this plane. So I need to click and move a part to the work area. Well, let's go ahead and grab this cockpit because we need it. Ooh, okay. So hold left mouse button to rotate the object. Control rotates the object on the XYZ on a fixed axis. Rotate the object, fixed presets. Okay. All right, that all seems pretty straightforward. Awesome. Oh, look how detailed it is. That's so cool. All right, so we've got that. We need to connect two parts. So let's find this part. Ooh. Oh. Oh, and I put it away. Oh, okay, so I don't want to click out. So I want to bring this back out. And then let's find this piece again. The controls are a little... I'm getting used to them a little bit because it's a little bit weird. I just need to click it, I think. Right? Click it. Click it. Click it. Ah, got it. Okay. Oh, so before... Interesting. I like that it doesn't let you just do it from a weird angle, even though, like, clearly it looks like it can fit there, right? But it's actually giving me a little red line, so if I rotate it, now it connects. And if I... That's so cool! Alright, so assemble the whole model, following the manual, and then press the finish button. Alright, I think that seems pretty easy. Oh, look at this! And it even tells me, cool, you've done that part. Green check, you can go forward, and I think this is tracking my total on this page. So let's find this piece. Grab it. Perfect. Ah, positioning. So we can hold the scroll wheel. Ooh, to bring it closer and everything. Let's zoom in. Ooh. This is awesome, actually. I wonder what other types of models are going to be in this. Like, is it all going to be planes and like historical stuff? Or are we going to get fantasy figures? Let's find this piece. All right. Ooh. Okay, I think I've actually already stuck it on there. No, I did not. There we go. Clicked it. Or if it's going to be like, will we see spoof Warhammer? Will we see spoof Warmahordes? Will we see literal, like, are we going to see actual Titanforge models? Because I did see Titanforge, was one of the sponsors for this, or like worked on it. So, which is just so cool. Like, let me zoom out a little bit and rotate this guy and find these pieces. There we go. There we go. Done that. Oh, we're putting the wheels on next. Okay. Or no, not the wheels. The tail portion. Where's this little guy? Oh, this is so delightful. Like, I just... Oh, can't do that. Still can't do that. There we go. Nailed it. Ah, this is so cool. Man, I wish the building process was actually this easy. Because they're not making me like glue. I wonder what this does. Oh, I closed it. Oh no. What does AutoCut do? How do I go back in? Where's my model? There we go. Zoom back in. And click this. Okay, I don't know what I did and why that like changed it so dramatically. Oh, because I might have gone back into cutting. That makes sense. That makes total sense. I was wondering what was happening there, why it changed my tool and stuff. All right, I need this. Perfect. And we need to flip it back underneath. And I think it's this piece. Yes. Sweet. We are breezing through this. Now we're putting on the wheels. All right. First wheel. Got it. Second wheel. Can I... There we go. And this. Ah, right there. I was about to say, I don't know where that goes. I wonder if this model in real life, because I assume this is based off of a real model. I mean, I think it was, because we saw the box and everything. So I wonder if in real life these can move down, like if they're actually adjustable, or if they are glued in such a way that it ends up being stiff like that, and you just have this like open gap. I have no idea. I probably imagine it's just probably out so that it can stand upright, because otherwise how would the plane stand up? Think about these things, Angela, before you ask silly questions. Let's flip it back over. Oop, not zoom it so far out. And grab, I think, our last piece. Heck yeah! We did it! Yes. I do want to finish working on this model. Nice! Our Supermarine Spitfire. I wonder what they are grading that off of, because I didn't feel like there was much opportunity for me to fail. However, I will take a perfect score. I think I need to click this button. And again. Yes, leave the workbench. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I need to go put it in the display shelf. Where should we put it? I think... Let's just put it on the middle shelf so we get a good angle of it. Grab our plane. How do I... Alright. Yes, but how am I... Oh! No. I want to rotate. There we go. It wasn't letting me rotate it before. We need to have a dynamic angle, of course. Do I want it going? I want it that way. I accept that. That is cool. Now, what else do we need to do? Because I feel like we also probably have a tutorial on painting, perhaps? Dwarf hammer, you say? A dwarf hammer miniature? It's that time of the video where I interrupt to tell you about my Patreon and to let you know that we just added a Discord server which all tiers get access to. So if you're wanting a way to chat with me, share with me your projects, or just tell me what board games you're playing, definitely make sure to check the link below and check out my Patreon. Oh my god, this is delightful! Okay, so somebody who has built or used Titan Forge models before, tell me, this high-quality 3D print was designed for tabletop games, role-playing games, and collectors. It seems like the little body is missing his hammer. They should definitely reconnect. All right, cool. So we've got to connect the arm to the dwarf, but it looks like we're also going to be painting him. So if you guys use Titan Forge, or if you guys have ever done that, tell me, is this actually a model? Let's open... Oh! I have never opened a case like that, like a blister like that before. I did not know that's the way that you're supposed to do it. So we've got our dwarf. He looks amazing. Click the highlighted marker to change. Okay, so we've got our paints. Oh, we immediately have paints. Well, let's paint this hammer before we attach it to our dwarf. This is pretty rad. Let's see how zoomed in can I get. That is about as zoomed in as I can get. Let's start. I love that it's a dropper. Okay, so far, I am digging this as a game, but it's definitely not fully teaching the experience of painting and assembling. Although the assembling part is really good, and I am just... This is delightful. Like, this is just so much fun, and I want to play it more. Do we do, yeah, that section, and then that section. Perfecto. And then the handle, that's a really pale color for the handle. It needs a wash. All right. Oh, I've never spray painted before. Let's go to the next page. All right. So shift for the scroll wheel is how we decrease our size. The value of the tool's second parameter, which I don't know what that is yet, but it'll decrease it. And then there's another way to do it with Z. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and not do that. Let's go ahead and click this. Essential spray tool. Applies paint smoothly. All right. My God. All right. Let's see what actually these change. Okay, so this is size. And you can actually see right here as I do it, it's changing the size there. I'm going to go with a size 15. That feels solid. And then for opacity, I think it's giving me the recommended, but I want to lower it a little bit. Because I've always... So my interest in airbrushing, just as somebody who's never used it before, but I do want to. My interest for it comes with... for priming as well as doing like really light sort of feathered effects, like lighting effects, to get really like subtle transitions. I've seen some people do some really amazing things with airbrushing and getting these really just gorgeous blends, and I've always been fascinated by it, so I like that. That looks so good. This feels really satisfying, by the way. I have no idea if this is actually what spray painting is like in real life. However, it's really satisfying. Just look how smooth that goes on. I'm probably like dabbing this way too much, but I'm kind of treating it how I did briefly when I was in college and did digital painting, which I never really was a huge fan of at the time. I was very much, I want to be a traditionalist and ink everything traditionally and color everything traditionally. That's what's silly of me. Should I do any other airbrushing? I know it says that I'm done with this color, but like, should I use it somewhere else? Should we give him some other gems? What if we do... Nah, that's not really a gem. That's more of a, like, rivet or something. All right, fine. We're done with that color. Let's move on to the skin tone color. Ooh, size 4. That feels tiny, but okay. 100% opacity. No. Let's drop that in, like, half, thank you. And honestly, I feel like I want to increase the size a smidge. Ooh, no, that's huge. Okay, maybe I shouldn't increase the size. Let's stick with our 4, but let's change the opacity. I'm edge highlighting his knuckles with an airbrush. This is bonkers. Ooh, I do like that though. Look at it's pretty. It gives a nice subtle. I got a little bit of color there. Can I go back? Yes! Touch up. That's how you do it. I feel like this lacks depth, but you know what? Ooh, let's do this. Let's lighten his fingernails to give him a little bit more depth. Do you actually... I wonder if this is actually going to match what the pre-painted model looks like, or if this is gonna just be drastically different. I have no idea. You know what? Screw it. Zoom in and let's take a look at him. Okay, good. I am doing exactly what they did, although they have much darker knuckles. Interesting. They did a nice job on that. I like the base. Oh, I like the leaves on the base. That's so nice. Okay, let's get this guy back out. Let's finish his fingernails. Because we need it to at least match like that. I don't know where that darker color was coming from. Ooh, can I? Ooh. I can actually choose the colors. I'm currently using... Ooh, it's called Sickly Pink? Okay, well, let's keep using this. This is really cool. I wonder how much freedom you'll have to make, like, your own decisions color-wise. How, like, far you can take it. If there are competitions in it, I wonder how it's actually judging it for those competitions. Okay, so now we need to connect them. So let's bring this guy out. And then rotate in. And connect. Look at that. Look at our dwarf. Oh, I like that little detail there. That's so cool. All right, we have to put him, I assume, in our project. We have $500, by the way. That's pretty rad. Finish this project. Yes, please. This is such a cute little game. Oh, I wonder if you could even share it to Facebook. How cute. Let's go back. So we need to leave our workbench. Oop, I was walking backwards. Come over here, put him on this side. This will be my fantasy side. This is exactly what I do in at home. Is I actually have my models where they're segregated by what is the sci-fi setting stuff and then the high fantasy stuff. So there's a little bit of overlap with like chaos demons because I feel they can go on either side, but that's how I end up placing them. I like that. I think that looks good. We have our plane now. We have a dwarf now. We have a lovely workspace. I wonder, can I actually... Okay, we're gonna look at the computer in a second. Can I go upstairs? Hey. LOL? What is that? Why is this an LOL? Am I trapped in here? Has my grandfather trapped me in here? Probably not, but I don't think I can actually leave. I like our little calendar. I'm digging these jams. Like, this is delightful. All right. I don't know. Let's check it and see what the next project is and just see what there is to that. Because we've gone through the tutorial now. I think that's the end of the basics of the game. I think it's probably going to get a lot more. There are competitions. Okay, so we've got a model building competition for beginners. Finish assembling a competition model. Use decals to improve the model's quality. Okay, so they do add in more things. It's not just painting assembly. They're going to add decals in. I wonder if they're also going to maybe do like terrain. That'd be cool. There's cash prizes, which is great. You also get experience. Dear colleagues, hold on, let me start. Dear colleagues, we are starting with the next edition of our contest for beginners. If you participated in our last workshop, you know that we have a lot of scrap left. Isn't that the perfect opportunity to have some fun? I think so. Each participant will get one such model and take good care of it. After the competition, you can even leave it on your shelf. There are no requirements. Every modeler is welcome. Are you interested? Get in touch with us. Best Model Building Society. I want one of these in real life. I want a model building society in real life where we just have model building competitions and painting competitions. And gosh darn it, that sounds delightful and I want it so much. I want to join, yes. Go to the workbench. I want to empty assignments, competitions. Okay, we've got that. We're tracking it. I don't want to turn it off. I think this leaves. Okay. All right. So I don't know if I'm gonna, let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. Was that? Am I tripping? Was that there before? Or is that now there because we've accepted the modeling competition and now we need to take pictures? This is so cool. I love how much this like actually adds in a lot of facets of the hobby society because like, yes, competitions are a thing for us. Having a workbench this large with this much open space and this organized would be awesome. I think everybody that I've ever met who's like knows about these HobbyZone products and like enjoys them or has heard of them wants them if they don't already have them because they just, as somebody who does have some, they work really well and I just love their products and they build super easily. I've always wanted a pegboard like this for my tools. Look at how just organized that is. It's so nice. I don't even know what this is, but I kind of want it. Is it a little, like, turnaround table? Are you supposed to paint on it? It has a little drawer there, and that confuses me. I even love these little plants over here by the little Wi-Fi. We've got a giant display cabinet that I just... Oh, it's so good. I actually really enjoy these shelving because I like the industrial nature of them. This is, like, my perfect workspace, and I feel like that's probably true for a lot of people. Let me know down in the comments if this would also be your ideal workspace. But then the fact that they add in little touches like this where they've got the photo booth, I don't even know commissions maybe, because you're like, it's got shipping paper and boxes beneath. So maybe you're like sending out commissioned pieces, which is also not something that I would ever do because I can't let go of models like that. I would be too invested in the ones that I painted to be able to give them away. Or even if they were paid for, like I just would get too invested in them. But that is such a cool like thing to have in here. Okay, I've rambled about this space. Let's actually look at this next model and see what it is, because I want to know like how in depth is it. Ooh, okay, we've got a wasteland drifter this time. In a post-apocalyptic world without water, you can only survive if you have a reliable vehicle. Whether in a high-speed chase or searching the wilderness for resources, your only friend and adventure partner will be the Wasteland Drifter. Modified, repaired, and rebuilt many times from scratch. Keep it close because you never know when you might need it. Look at all of the colors that this has with it. Holy cow, that's so cool. I want to take a look at the manual. I don't know if I'm going to actually finish this today, but I want to take a look at the manual and we'll make a judgment call here. But like based on those colors and everything, it looks like it's a lot. All right, so we've got a ton of pieces loading in. Oh boy. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we're painting this one as we go. That would make sense actually for the more like models like this, like car models and like plane models and stuff like that, because it'd be a pain in the ass to get to the interior, so you probably do actually paint before assembling. I never really thought of that. That's so cool. Okay, so we're painting, we're assembling and doing some painting. Dang, okay, so this is a long one. I think what I am going to do, I just want to get to the end. How long? Dang, okay, yes. So this is a really long one. I love that you're putting the decals on. About 30 steps. I am really enjoying this. I think, honestly, it is a amazing way to enjoy the hobby, even if you don't necessarily want to sit down at your own hobby desk and maybe you're at a point where you're having a little bit of like artist block or something. You don't really know what you want to work on. You're not feeling the current project. Honestly, this might be my new go-to game to sort of get back on track and give myself a little bit of a break, because it simulates it so well. It's still really satisfying, like you would for actually doing hobby stuff. Like I'm getting that same satisfaction, maybe not quite to the exact same level, but it's still really good. So if you are interested in seeing me play some more of this, please let me know down in the comments below. We do have between next week actually, Chaos Cultist and I are going to be starting a brand new Let's Play for Total War Warhammer 3, because we have been waiting forever for it to come out. We've played a ton of co-op Total War Warhammer 2 Let's Plays on our old channel, and we want to get back to it. So we're bringing it back on Hobby Night, and I hope you guys are really excited for that. But if you enjoyed this, please tell me down in the comments, because this is definitely a game that I feel like I could come back to, potentially even maybe stream or something if I like, because I do want to do something like that down the line. So that might be something I put on the list for when streaming starts. Maybe this is something I add to it, or we continue it as an actual Let's Play on the main channel and do it that way. Maybe I'll do like YouTube live or something, who knows? But like, I'm really interested in this. I'd love to know your thoughts on it. This is amazing. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this episode of Model Builder. I have been Angela. Before I head out, I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons for making it so content like this can continue to happen. You guys are awesome, and thank you so much for supporting us. We really, really appreciate it. I really enjoyed this. Hope you guys did too. I'm gonna head out, get some food, get back to some real life painting, but I definitely hope we come back to this in the future. So I'll see you then. Bye!